One thing that I've been wondering about lately is time, and how there always seems like there's just not enough of it, and how I'm always left wanting more. Because when we really sit down and think about it, we don't actually have as much time as we think that we do. And that doesn't necessarily mean how fast time goes, because that's a factor in itself, but our time could run out tomorrow. You could get up tomorrow morning, have your breakfast, brush your teeth, go to work, just like you do every other day, and something could happen on the way there, and you won't actually make it back. Time can run out at any minute, because the only thing that's guaranteed about time is that it's going to pass, and that it's going to run out. The amount is always circumstantial. Whether you're ambitious, you have aspirations, you're busy, you have a family, or whether you just want to relax after a long day, I'm sure you often find yourself thinking that there just doesn't seem to be enough time in the day for all the things that you want and ultimately should do. Because I don't think it's about the amount, it's about the quality. But even more so, it's about whether you're enjoying yourself doing the things that you're doing. Because what is the point in doing things that you just don't enjoy if it doesn't bring positivity into your life? Stop wasting your time on it. Your time is an investment, just like with anything else. Your energy, your money, your thoughts, your time is an investment, just like everything else. So make good use of it. Use it to find the happiness, find the positivity, find things that bring you joy. Truth be told, happiness can actually be found everywhere. You just need to go and find it. Go and look for it, because it's not very often that happiness will come to you. It's really up to us to go and find it ourselves. And sometimes if we can't find it, well, let's create it. Get outside, breathe fresh air, enjoy the nature. Pick up a hobby that keeps you creative and challenges your brain. Start a physical activity that pushes your physical self to new levels. Spend quality time with friends and laugh so hard your stomach hurts. Sure, in between all of that, you still have to work, cook, do the chores, and a bunch of other things you don't really want to. But those are just the necessary parts of life. And the quicker you accept them and let them be, you'll find an easier time doing them. Don't just waste your time doing things that you don't particularly enjoy. Get out, see the world, see what just your surroundings have to offer. This place is absolutely beautiful. It's not actually that far from me, and it's just a quick drive. And I get to get out of the house, break up my usual routine, breathe some fresh, real air, and I just get to experience life a little more. Sometimes somewhere close by and local is all you need. The whole idea is just to do things that make you feel fulfilled, bring you a little joy, and make you feel better. Because at the end of the day, why would you continue to do things that make you miserable? Don't get stuck on the idea of having to find or experience, bigger, brighter, better, grander. Just sometimes something simple is all you need. You don't need a extravagant life filled with, experiences around every single corner, the shiniest of things, the brightest of things, the most colourful of things. You don't need that, okay? We don't need that. We can find good memories and happiness in the small things, the things that we enjoy, the things that bring us fulfillment, the things that genuinely make us smile and uplift us when we do them and we participate in them, okay? A part of that involves saying no. More specifically, saying no to other people. And I don't mean that in a malicious way or a nasty way. I'm not saying just forget about people. You can obviously still help and assist people, and your loved ones, people around you. It's good to be a good human, right? However, just don't forget about yourself, because that is one of the worst things you can do. So you need to learn to say yes to yourself and not feel guilty about it. Stop feeling guilty about wanting to be happy, about wanting to do something fun for yourself. You shouldn't feel guilty, okay, about wanting to have a good time. And if someone makes you feel guilty for wanting that, they shouldn't be in your life. I don't care who they are, what your relationship with them is, they shouldn't be in your life. Because the whole idea of close people, of loved ones, of your person, of your parents, Okay, it's the whole idea is for you to lift each other up, help each other out. If one person needs something, the other one can give it, and vice versa. And I'm not saying it's just a give and take kind of thing, because if one day the most you can give is 20%, then obviously it's still up to the other person to give the 80, because when they can only give 20%, it'll be your responsibility to give the 80. Support each other rather than just do nothing but give. So say no to people more. If it means upsetting them, so be it. Sometimes you need to do that, but ultimately it might actually end up making them respect you a lot more. You'd be surprised at how much people value your opinion when you just speak the truth all the time. Because if you're always agreeable and you always say yes and you always say good and you always say excellent, then people stop believing your words. But if you're actually truthful and you say what you think, honestly, not in a nasty way, but just honestly, they're going to respect your opinion and your needs and your wants a lot more. But that all starts with you saying no. So say no to others and say yes to yourself. So I suppose ultimately, what does it all mean? Well, it's all about finding things for you. Living life in your own terms, obviously, within reason and your capability at the time. Doing things regardless of the outcome, because yeah, it might not bring about something ideal, but you've done it, you've experienced it, you felt it, you lived it, because it's better to do that than just sit there wondering, what if? What if I would have done this? What if I would have said that? What if I would have went there? And I really do think that just trying to get as much out of life as possible whenever you can really is the answer, because like we've mentioned before, that will be a lot more sustainable and easier to obtain than this crazy extravagant life, the 1% of people lead and live. So, to do these things, obviously you can't just do whatever, right? There's limitations and reasons. You can't just go off and do crazy stuff, but just actually going and doing things, actually going and living life. Just go live instead of having regrets later on. Because the truth is, we can always bounce back from bad situations, right? We've lost our job, we can find a new one. Went through a breakup, that's fine. We'll heal, it'll take time. Then maybe we'll find another person. If not, in the process, we'll find ourselves. We've been working on a project for a year and it failed. That's fine. We can start a new one. We can bounce back from something bad, a bad decision, the wrong thing. We can always come back. But a regret will just stay with you for life. The only way to fix a regret is to not have one in the first place. And I know that's pretty optimistic. I understand. And obviously we're not going to be able to do everything that we want to do in our life, and not everything's going to go smoothly, but by going out there and just, grabbing life by the horns, you're going to have a lot less regrets throughout your life than if you were to just live by passively, worrying about the results, second guessing all the time. So just go and enjoy yourself, because you deserve it. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something new. And as always, it would mean the absolute world to me if you subscribe to the Impious Vision channel and join me on this journey. Last week's video, we spoke about change, so it actually really nicely ties in with this week's video. So I'm going to leave that on screen right here, and I hope I see you there as well, and I hope you enjoy that. So, as always, thank you, and I'll see you next week.